Hey everybody, it's Eric, your friendly sports nut, and this is Sports Nut News. On today's show, I'd like to talk to you guys about Europe. More specifically, I'd like to talk to you guys about European football. Now, the German Bundesliga has been back for a few weeks. It was the first European soccer league or football league to get started after the coronavirus pandemic shut everything down. Now, they've been playing quite a few games, obviously with no fans, like every other league that's planning on restarting. They know that they can't have thousands and thousands of fans in close contact with each other in these stadiums. Now, the giants of European football, and the Bundesliga for that matter, Bayern Munich just recently, this week, won their 8th consecutive Bundesliga title. That's insane. I can't even believe that they've won 8 years in a row. They're that good. I mean, they've been pretty stacked with some of the names that have come out of there, like Thomas Muller and Bastian Schweinsteiger, and now they have this Canadian phenom in Alphonso Davies, who they got on this huge transfer from the Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, Alphonso Davies, in the clinching game, unfortunately got into some hot water. He did get a yellow early in the game, and then he unfortunately also got a second yellow and a red card in the second half. Now, he did miss the rest of that game, but during that game, he broke a Bundesliga record. And this record is astronomical. I can't even believe it when they said he was clocked going 36.5 kilometers an hour from one end of the pitch to the next. That's insane. That's over 22 miles an hour. Like, a lot of people will go 30, 35 in a school zone in a car, let alone running on a soccer pitch. Like, I can't believe it. It's just absolutely insane. Now, going back to Alphonso Davies, he has played 28 games this year, including 23 starts. He has 3 goals and 5 assists. Not bad for a teenager who's only in his second season, first real full season with the Bundesliga. Like, one of the biggest leagues in Europe and the biggest leagues in the world, for that matter. With their 1-0 win over Werder Bremen, they did win their 8th consecutive title, which, like I said, astronomical. I can't believe that there's a team that can just dominate year after year after year after year. Like, back to 2013. Like, that's insane. Now, the Bundesliga, obviously, like I said, was the first league to get started. Now, transitioning to the Premier League, they got started back today. Now, it started off with quite a bang. Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. Both teams obviously at the bottom of the table, but it ended in a 0-0 draw. But in the first half, huge controversy that basically screwed Sheffield United out of a win. A shot came in from the wing. The goalkeeper from Aston Villa caught the ball. Now, he was behind his goal line, up against his post. VAR, all the cameras, everything just did not recognize that the ball was behind the line. The referee didn't see it go behind the line, so it was a no goal. And the VAR company had to come out and say, "We're sorry, our cameras weren't working. We don't know why." This is insane. The VAR has caused a lot of issues with a lot of people in the Premier League over the season, or over the last season and a bit, obviously. But this is absolutely atrocious. They knew that they were getting restarted today. You'd think they'd get all the kinks out from when they stopped back in March. But it is what it is. I'm excited for my Saints, the Southampton FC, to get started again on Friday. They play their first game since March against Norwich, and they got 9 games left. They're in 14th, which isn't too bad. We're only 7 points up on relegation, though, so we got to get some wins. We got to get some strong games going and hopefully climb that ladder. I'm not saying we're going to get into a European contention. We're about 10, 15 points almost out of Europe, like Europa or Champions League for that matter. But it would be nice to move up the standings, get kind of comfortable in that mid-range, mid to high range. So, transitioning to the top of the table, you have Liverpool. Liverpool is constantly ridiculed at having not won the league in what seems like forever. This year, before the stoppage, They were 27-1-1. That's insane. They have a 22-point lead on Manchester City for first place in the Premier League. Like, they basically need, what, 1 or 2 wins to clinch the title with only about 9 games left? Like, that's nuts. Like, I mean, it'll probably be one of the earliest that somebody's ever won the title or clinched the title. But that, obviously, I'd have to check. But if you know the answer, please feel free to comment in the comment section and let me know. But, yeah, it seems like it's insane to have 9 games left and you're going to have that big of a lead in any league standings, let alone in the Premier League, which tends to be a little bit tighter for most seasons at least, but at least what I've watched in the last few years. Now, transitioning over to the Champions League. The Champions League this week just announced that they are coming back. There are some second legs of the round of 16 that still have to be played that were put on pause before when coronavirus happened. Those second legs will be played August 7th and 8th. They haven't yet decided if they'll be played in their cities that they were supposed to be played in, or if they'll just be moved to Lisbon, where the full rest of the tournament will be played. Now, that being said, the August 12th to 15th is supposed to be the quarterfinals, August 18th and 19th the semifinals, and August 23rd is supposed to be the Champions League final. That's as of right now, obviously, barring anything happening. They have decided to put it in Lisbon instead of Istanbul, which was the supposed host to begin with, supposed to be the host this year. They have pushed Istanbul aside and said, okay, you get to host the whole tournament, whatever, next year. That's fine. You get to host the Champions League final. Sorry about this year. This year is just basically second to none on something unreal that nobody ever expected. On the other side of the ball, you have the Europa League. So the UEFA Europa League, which is obviously kind of second tier towards the Champions League, but it's still a big accomplishment to win the Europa League. So the Europa League, similar situation, some second legs that still have to be played. They will be played August 5th and 6th. And then the 10th and 11th are supposed to be the quarterfinals. The 16th and 17th, this is of August, obviously. 16th and 17th is semifinals, and the 21st is the Europa League final. Now, that one was supposed to be played in Dansk, Poland. It will be pushed till next year, but this year it's going to be in Cologne, Germany. Now, unfortunately for me, neither of my teams are in it. Obviously, I do like to follow the Bundesliga and Bayern Munich now because of Alphonso Davies, but I wouldn't consider them my club. I haven't really picked a German Bundesliga team because I haven't gotten into the Bundesliga enough. I'm hoping that one day my Saints will be back in the Europa League or the Champions League. Would be amazing, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. But anything can happen, right? Like, it's European soccer. One year you could be Leicester City, who's in third division, and a few years later you're winning the entire Premier League, and people are like, where the heck did that come from? Anyways, guys, I'd like to wrap up here, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you like this video, hit like. If you really like it, hit subscribe and share with all your friends. And feel free to leave comments below and let me know what you think. And if you have any predictions for the Champions League, for the Europa League, anything like that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.